For an entertaining battle between these Road Warriors and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 13. Rolling left, buying some time. Finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he picks up a nice chunk before the stop is made.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
First down throw here from Milroe. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go.
From the 46. Here comes the screen for ETN. On the move, past the 40. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it sets up a Houston first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
Ravens swoop it in, and they bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All the data lately has taught us really clearly, sacks, negative yardage plays, they not only just destroy that play, they destroy drives. Well done, defense.
Go 80. Trap 60. Trap 60. Nineteen tight. Go.
3rd and long. Here's Milroe. And he let his man shoot much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get, it's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Wide receiver run to start this series. I'd say the defense will take this today. They're across the line, handing them a loss. First play of the game.
Hey, it's not a sack, but these edge players love chasing down runs for negative plays and tackles for loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
44. Ready.
Now Tagovailoa to throw. Pass hauled in by the rookie from Syracuse. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ready. Cover one hard.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
I think one thing thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Dumps it off to his running back. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside field goal range. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Here he goes on the bootleg. Bails out of the pocket quick. And Tagovailoa hits the turf, sliding down after picking up the first.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made at the perfect time for the first down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Trying to run it in. Achane. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and beat those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Go ahead.
Tua out of the pistol. Hits him on the out route. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back to the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Got 3 tight ends out there now. Here's third and goal.
Ready.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get the game's first points here in the second. All right, so we're already into the second quarter, Brock, but that was just their opening drive of this football game. Fortunately, they did get a touchdown out of it.
Yep, and if opportunities with the ball are going to be as frequent as they've been to start this game, you got to make each and one of those chances count. In that area, they are a perfect 1-for-1.
Extra point up and good for Bass. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Bass now to kick this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
set up at the 35 now.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Off the play fake, Milroe. Hits his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun to give to Etienne. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Tight end going in motion here. Here's 2nd and 5. Into the hands of his running back, Etienne. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Milroe. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. That's 16 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing here, Milroe. He's got a screen to the running back. And he gets this forward to the 19.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards. And the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
7th play in the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Milroe from the gun. Etienne on the catch. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Bisons earn the chance to tie before halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kay, it really is about the 80s where we started to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners. There'll be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Return coming from the 6. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Complete to Chubb. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, running back in the flat.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. 2 now from the gun. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Tua. Completed to his running back. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up.
That's another Baltimore first down.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A.J. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Finds his back, Achane. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
There are times quarterbacks got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
The drive picks up here, first and 10. Working inside the red zone, and they will score. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Pass gets the extra point to go. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Pass now to kick this away. Eddie Gray to return it. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Here we go. Pack the 60, pack the 18, 5 years. Go.
First down throw here from Milroe. Flush down out to his left. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch.
Into a crowd, and intercepted! Kevin Byard comes up with it. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. It's a design boot. Headed out right. He can run it. He's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, 20.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. Blast through midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
All right, come on. Hey.
Back to throw, Tua. On the move, headed right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball, it's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
2nd and 10 now. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Forced out to his right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Am I seeing this correctly? This punt is being returned from inside his own end zone.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hey.
Milrow now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. He's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Here's ETN on 1st down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 19 Lion.
Milrow looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who senses the need for a splash play and delivers. Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And this drives him back out of field goal range, Brock, as he stopped for loss of yardage.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and check downs, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
And some professional English on that ball as it bounces out just short of the end zone at the 2-yard line.
They're on the 2-yard line.
All right, The Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 77.
Back in his own end zone, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
This is headed perilously close to their end zone, Brock. That tackle sends him backwards to the 4.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful.
Hawk 70. Hawk Warrior 70.
Now it's Milroe. He has the first over the middle. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, so often we hear of a passing catch downfield taking timing and anticipation. Well, the screen is actually something that takes a lot of practice reps. There are so many moving parts, from the lineman to the running back to the timing with the quarterback. That's well done.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Off the play fake, Milroe. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these, and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Milroe throwing on 3rd down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kevin Byard comes up with it. We have seen this happen before, partner. 3 interceptions in a row. We're going to spare the quarterbacks who've done it. Not going to mention any names, but, man, not a list that he wanted to join.
Yeah, he probably stopped throwing the ball. Like, stop throwing the ball. You say that out loud?
That was out loud. Yeah. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make them the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they will take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Pass now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They're set up at the 35 now.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Milroe, 1st and 10. So Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
So we're through 3 here. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Trying again, following the set. Got for big yards on the right side. And he'll get it up to the 44. Offense in the hurry up here. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He gets a lot behind one. Deep tip. And they pick him off again. Mike Samuels still makes the play. And the Ravens will take over as he records his Just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock. I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare! 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, the offensive coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Tua off the play fake. He rolls to his right. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Got to stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Offense to the line for second down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He don't get this complete to Mooney. And this one does not go far.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he's going to go out of bounds with close to enough for the first. But he is marked short, so it is fourth down and less than a yard.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. Tagovailoa to throw on fourth down. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Well, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they face second down. Again, it's Tagovailoa. Into the hands of Gaston, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here's Tua again. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. Tagovailoa throwing on fourth. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Come on. Back. Deputy Timberwolf. Panther 11. Panther 11. Buffalo 18.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Not on the same page that time. And now it's second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Second and 10. No room to throw. And they pick him off again. And the Ravens take over as he records his 10th career INT.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds after, looks like about a yard there. Second down coming up.
The second. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Chain on the inside give. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Throwing. Here's Tagovailoa on third. The left side caught by Andrews. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Now Tagovailoa on 4. Makes the grab and bounds left side. What a play on fourth down. They get the first after a gain of 27.
And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A run now with Achane. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens nearing their first win of the season. First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Chubb takes it in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Fast on for the extra point. The XP is up and good. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. Kick this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35. They're set up at the 35 now. Running back, motioning right. Milroe with it on first. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Left side pulled in by Pittman. They had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield.
First down, Houston.
First down throw here from Milroe. Trying to push it deep downfield. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
After 50, Cowboy 80.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. Couldn't find a completion on first down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be second and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space.
And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Bisons get it back to within 2 possessions. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Bisons get it back to a 14-point game.
Bisons 14.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. Do they get their own kick back? Yes! What a play! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's set up to throw it. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's going deep. He's got it inside the 10. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. You've got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Pass now to kick this away. We'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to it. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Comeback team. Here we go.
From the gun, Milrow. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Milrow from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's double-edged sword. I totally understand. These quarterbacks today are so athletic, and they love to keep plays alive, but it can turn smaller losses into much bigger setbacks like we see yet again.
So in front of the flock of fans in the stands, the Ravens get the win at home. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. With Brock Huard and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.